around for smoking ruins. Oh, cool wagon is still there. Actually didn't expect that. My scouts are still alive. I actually didn't expect that either. Okay, well, let's look at the replay. He actually did try to cross the swamp. Fucking hell. Okay, well, actually that was not, I did not expect him to do that, because well, okay, now I know better. He's got a cavalry, he'll move, not, so the thing is, the cavalry can move up through here very quickly. I mean, it's not, the movement right through a swamp is actually not very, yeah, and then, like in this hex, it's a secondary road, is first, so this actually doesn't count. But, and actually, so, and some of these are actually better, like that's probably why he started across here. But I mean, these hexes can be crossed by the cavalry in one turn. So, because it only costs 3 movement points to move through here, and they have the speed, so it's not really an issue for them. So I guess he didn't realize how big my force was here or something. I don't know. Anyway, that was interesting. Let's have a look at the log. And because the range was sufficiently long, we caused significant casualties. 3 there. We don't know how strong the 4 unit is at the beginning with, so 3 is not a tiny number. 2, yeah. See, now here's the problem for him: is these all being fired at. Most of these are being fired at a range that is quite difficult for them to hit, because they have a maximum range of 7. And this is why I'm not getting why I'm not really understanding why he did that, because they had a disadvantage in that situation. So the Schützen have range. that is it. Now this area is a big surprise to me, because I thought for sure we'd have these scouts would be dead. All right, let's check formation leaders for suppression. Right, they look okay. I'll just check each one without looking around. Try and do this faster. I may do this very silently. Okay, suppression of 1. That's not bad. I guess the combat that was in line of sight was kind of stressful. Okay, whoops. Okay, let's look at the situation. Okay, he's taken 1 victory X there. Actually, he's taken both of them. Okay, Okay, so let's pick units to look around with, because some of them are not worth looking around with, I think. But we've got to look around though, because scout. Well, yeah, yep, he's as blind as anything. Nothing yet. Let's look around. Really got to be more careful with this part. So that's why I'm going to do it separately. Instead of trying to rush, just try to do it better. Now, I definitely will be commenting on some of these situations, because it's my mental notes to myself more than anything else. Okay, they cannot see anything anyway. Same there. So anybody in here doesn't really need to do anything. They can't see shit anyway. So I think this is the same situation here. Yeah, they can't see past the orchard. Okay. No line of sight there. Line of sight there. Now, he took that. That's not been taken, so I can assume that nobody's moved up into there, but he's in that one, because that's been taken. I'll confirm that in a moment, because I thought I could tell that there were two, like, the Germans and the the Dutch had both flags on top of each other, because there's actually two victory X's in there. I did not know that was possible, but I don't even know that is. I don't know if that is what is happening, but that is what I suspect, because there's supposed to be three clusters of victory X's, and there's only two. But these are somehow one of these is really larger than normal, so that's what my suspicion is. But anyway, talk too much, talk less. I've come to the conclusion that the reason this is taking a long time is because I talk too much. So we've got the mortars. They cannot actually they can. Of course, these ones cannot. They're behind the trees. I'm not sure that's a good thing, but he can be seen from there. I think I messed that up. Nothing. Let's look around. Just he gets another spotting chance. Yeah, nothing much there. Not sure what I'm going to do with these guys. I don't know where they're going to be needed. It's looking like they probably need it down this side, but no, I haven't seen what's going to happen here yet, so it's hard to say, right? The scouts. Okay, now they haven't been fired at, but that doesn't mean they haven't been seen, obviously. Okay, now they appeared out of the woodwork. If it's a Yaga unit, they may not be that well armed, because they're basically recon units, I think. So that could be why he hasn't fired. The French recon were quite... actually, they weren't. No, recon usually don't go on the attack. Usually they don't have enough men to justify doing that. Yes, thunder and lightning. I will remind you that it is clear. Actually, there's no lightning. It's just rain. But it's coming out of a clear sky, apparently. I don't see anything that's not exactly encouraging. What do we have here? rifle team. Scouts moving 2. They're moving out slower. Okay, let's look around. There's no point looking around with these, I think. Yeah, their line of sight's cut off completely. Yep. You can see over there, and he can be seen from over there. Okay, let's look at these scouts. We can see that anti-tank rifle team moving up. Let's look around, see if anything else appears. Nope. Okay, you can see 4. And one down there. Seven. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. Probably most of them are down here. Oh, he's definitely trying to make a breakthrough there. Damn it. Why? Exploiting thin German lines, and I don't know how to fix that at 1,000 points. If I'm honest, I have absolutely no idea how to correct that. It is an ongoing issue. The only solution is to go to a higher point value, but of course, they need to have more units anyway, so it doesn't really work out as one would expect. So, any advice on how to improve my lines with the forces I have? What maybe my purchases are the problem? Maybe I'm just buying the wrong things. I don't know. It's really quite difficult. I mean, a platoon of Germans is 85 points. Is just not what you can. There's nothing you can get that's as going to be as effective as that in for anything more. Abandon the tanks. Don't get armor. I considered that, but I don't have an effective way to counter enemy armor. So it's quite a difficult puzzle for me. I haven't found an answer for it at all. Anyway, moving on. Like I said, talk too much. Can't help it. It's a live stream, Okay, these guys cannot see much, but that's okay. It's probably a good thing. Let's look around. You can see one thing, so maybe you'll see something else if we do our spotting routine. Zafira. No, he's too far back anyway. So here, you can see 4. And there. Let's look around. Maybe you'll see something else. Nope, nothing else appeared. See 3. Let's check. So, nope. So, that one appears to be out of range. Okay, this is quite annoying. Okay, here. Well, obviously these guys are going to get hit with mortar fire next turn. Well, at the end of my turn. So they really can't stay there, and that's the problem, right? Like, I don't know what to do. As usual, my skills go, what? What are you doing? You have no idea what to do here. They graduated me from officer training too quickly or something. Yeah. You can only see the one. He's on the road, and he's moving 11. His range was set to 3. That's why he did not opportunity fire. Really did not expect that. And actually, I'm glad I set the ranges long enough, because I set it to 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I set it long enough so they could actually fire. Actually, I set it so that they could hit things over here, but it just worked out okay. So I can't really claim that I did it intentionally. Now, I don't know if these are the same ones that were back here, right? I mean, this could be an entire company of cavalry. They're cheap, okay? they like they cost less than a German rifle company. And I know this because in the solo game, that's I have an entire company of them. And it's quite a scary sight. I mean, there's so many, right? Gives you a good idea what the Germans had to deal with. Because they were out, I mean, through the entire war, they were outnumbered almost all the time. In fact, all the time. There was many cases where they were not. And the enhanced mod does a pretty good job of balancing it that way. Still, they get the best toys as time goes on, but you pay for it though. You really do. Okay, so now the scouts is even by looking around with them, I guess. Now, one thing that surprised me is he didn't move a tank up to try and take the Kubelwagen out. When I was making the highlight of this, like of the previous turn, I realized, you know, because one thing looking in the highlights, because facepalm movements, like you didn't check that line of sight, because and I'll show I'll show it in a minute. But so as you can see, 5. There's somebody up there. Okay, that's helpful. That is helpful. Okay, somebody up there. The rest of them all down here. Amazingly enough, he did not get shot, so I think they'd not been seen. I guess I don't know if this is the same ones that this group may be a completely different platoon than the one that was back here. So the cavalry, there's no leader. There's no leader unit or command unit. So for each platoon, so you can't tell how many platoons you're facing. Yeah, over here there's actually one over there. Okay, so that did show me something extra that I didn't know before. Okay, so the Kubelwagen. Yeah, here. I'm really surprised he didn't move a tank up here because there wasn't any way to get. Well, I guess he's not sure what's around here. I'm not sure if my tanks have been spotted, because if they have, he might have. They probably haven't, because if he had seen them, then he would have realized that he could do that. So maybe that's why he didn't. Okay, so these are 5 targets. Some of them are quite far away, though. Some of these are quite tasty, so we definitely need to. But we can't. Unfortunately, we cannot stay here, and there's really no place to go. Why do I always do this? I always put my units in such precarious positions. I really I suck. Yeah. Well, we knew that, but you know, proof of it right in front of us. Because they have nowhere to go. And really the only option I've got is for them to fall back. But I got to try and push them back first. And the thing is, that's usually moving very fast, so I don't know. There's not enough firepower here to push them back. Like this area is gonna be gonna have mortar all over it. It's gonna have mortar fire all over it. It's just too easy for him to pinpoint it. And now the scouts have probably not been seen, but leaving them there, not sure. All the guys who fired are at risk, so he did not. So he could probably stay, but I don't know if I'd want to. He'd be better off in the trees. I don't know if he's been seen. He's probably been seen because we have line of sight on that one. And at this range, there's no way he'd not see him, even no matter how fast he's moving. He's out in the open. He moved like 2 hexes. There's no way he hasn't spotted him, so there's no way he can stay there. Okay, tanks. They have no targets. We don't have any line of sight on any other armor, but at the moment, he didn't leave whoever they are, he didn't leave them in the open. Curious how that's only 16 hexes, 4%. And of course, if they, yeah, so there's a good chance that's been spotted as well, so they really can't stay there. All right, so what are we gonna do? First, easy things. Are there any easy things? Yeah, some stuff is a bit more easy to do here. Move them forward. The scouts probably will advance a little bit more. And so the question is to stay or move forward. I'm pretty sure that I'm in line of sight of them because that hex there. Actually, no, I'm not actually, unless he's moved into there. One thing one unit I haven't looked around with is this one, because this one actually had a pretty good vantage point. And I missed that in the previous turn, and I paid the price for it because it revealed something at the end, which was too late to react to it. Okay, well, obviously now it's gone. It's hidden and is no longer in line of sight. So let's do that again. Nope. All right. So now let's see. Go back here. Actually, I mean, the thing of it is, the way line of sight works is I can see into that 3 hex there. I cannot see into that 3 hex there. I can see into that one there, so I can be seen from that position. I can be seen from that position. I can be seen from that position. I cannot actually be seen from that position. Because if I don't have line of sight there, then that means there's no line of sight out of it as well. Pretty sure how that's how that works. If you can't see a hex, then it can't see you. Line of sight is very, very simple. Of course, watch the game prove me wrong and says, you have no idea what you're talking about. Because most of the time I don't, eh? Now I can see there. And all these guys moved very fast, so now if whatever's moved into there was moving is not showing up. So I'm pretty sure now that hex is only owned by one side. There was a red line at the bottom, because that's how I came to the suspicion that there was actually two hexes on top of each other, two victory labels on top of each other. These are not actually, I guess, 225. Because normally they're all the same value. It's very unusual to see a victory hex that is worth double the value. But so I think these are just on top of each other, and game just counts them, adds them up. I've honestly never seen that before. He can be seen from there. So these two are in line of sight. Well, probably what we want to do is move these guys up onto the ridge, onto the hill, and go from there. On this side, this is a bit more tricky. We have line of sight into those trees, but nothing into there. So if we move him up, that will work. So we could actually leave him there, perhaps. I'm not sure. Still in the orchard, so he's got some protection. I think orchards are the same as trees. And these guys have gotten a bit spread out unnecessarily. Again, my bad. Not really doing very well here. So the orchard is there and there. Actually, this hex here is still orchard, but you could see out through there. If we move forward here, look around. Now that is an orchard hex there. So he'd be in the orchard, but I think you should be able to see out. No. That's orchard. That is mixed. Yeah, you would be, because that's right on the edge. You have to for the orchard. You have to actually be on the edge on the last hex to see out of it. For a vineyard, you can be one hex further in, and actually still see out of it. Somehow it allows more line of sight. I don't know. I didn't know there was that much of a difference. I guess it all calculates. It's all kept in a table somewhere. See, that's the thing. The game has so much subtlety in it, and it's not obvious. Like there's no visibility table. There's no line of sight table. There's nothing that tells you how much this blocks line of sight, etc. Right? So you kind of have to guess everything. Back in when it was, back in the 2000s when Matrix was still doing work on it. I mean, there were developers who were very forthcoming in explaining how stuff worked, which was probably very, very helpful. Some of that stuff's been recorded, like some of that information in the fine field manual is probably culled from that information. But still, it's like, it's not really obvious in the game that it does that, right? Okay, so enough talking. Too much talking. Less talking. I think these guys are going to move again, because really there's no reason for them not to. They probably should move into the orchard just to get better cover, because they're in the open here, and these smoke hexes are clearing. And you might not want to see what's behind them, right? You put smoke up there, and I haven't seen anything yet. So I know his scouts have reached this point here, so that's here. So his scouts are in here already. So these guys may get into trouble. And he does that. Okay, so somehow we can actually see that hex, but not the trees behind it. Okay, so now the plan was to have them move up through this side, but that's probably going to be difficult if there's units in here. So probably they can do is make sure that we don't. We're just got protecting the flank of the platoon that's going to be doing the heavy lifting here. So for them to move up, let's see. When I see that way, I need. That's still in the orchard. So we might be able to get line of sight that way, maybe. Maybe through there. That might help. Yeah. Alright. Nothing obvious, unless they've been sitting there for a very long time. With ranges set very low, because otherwise they would have opportunity fired. Alright, so these infantry can move somewhere. Probably. Can you see that way? Yes, you can. Nothing to be seen. Okay, let's look at this. Can we try and move up through this side? Probably not. Well, unless we move the scouts in there, we're never gonna know, right? So I think that's probably what needs to happen. I think the scout will have to move again. We're getting very close to the trees, and that's probably not a good idea. But I think it has to happen because he's a bit out of position, and he's not really telling me anything that useful at the moment. On the other end, that's not too bad. Let's see. I need some information there, so I actually do need to move him again, unfortunately for him. And okay, so let's look around. And at this point, we're still in the orchard, so we have some cover, and we can actually see down that way, so that's not too bad. I think the platoon will move this way. As soon as they do that, though, they will become visible to anybody in the in this area. So maybe we won't do that. Maybe we'll do that that way. Yeah, they still can't cover them, so if they get shot at, then there's not much they can do. But at least this will allow them to move back behind the trees and here, and so he'll have some concealment from that side. We need to send a scout out here to see if there's anybody on that on the side of it before we can move over there. Let's move up here. And I'm actually going to put him here. Alright, there. Oh, still, line of sight is still cut off. Now, these guys have to move up. Let's put him there. Let's see what he can see. Yeah, because the thing of it is, I mean, they're just so far back, right? And their range is not... The LMG has a much lower range. And you can't really cover that side anyway, and that's already 10 hexes, so we're getting into long range for them. Yeah, I do need the heavy machine guns up here. But even they will, from this position... That's 15 hexes already. That's quite steep. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, nothing I can do about it. I mean, I've committed to moving them up this side. The heavy machine guns, I don't know. It's looking to me like they're probably better off down here, but I think it's a long haul. But I think I'm better off sending them that way. This area is a bit closed off for that type of weapon anyway. I mean, they only have a field of fire through here, and it's the best positions for them are way back here. Even these guys are going to struggle to get any shots in from that range. Okay, so the support platoon needs to move. Move them up to here. Forward in there. Actually, they can move 2 X's because they're on line of sight. Okay, so next turn he'll take up a position in the air. It'll change the angle a little bit, but I don't think it'll help. It shortened the range down as well, but I don't think it'll help. They may need to move up to here, which is kind of scary. Before they can do that, they'd have to move. This platoon have to move up. So I feel so outnumbered. That's because I am outnumbered. So it feels the force feels so thin when it gets down to this situation. Oh well, we'll have to make do. The mortars, okay. Not sure if the mortars will move. They should. No, they need to move. Well, they can stay there for the moment. They may have been spotted though, this one especially, because I moved them quite fast in the last turn. The Panzerjägers can move up this way. Now they will be seen when they move across here, but that doesn't matter because I can get them into concealment there. off line of sight, and they won't be visible anymore. Can't say I can do the same for this one, but I might leave him there because he's now close to the company commander, so that's good enough for now. Just in case armor moves up to rear, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, all these cavalry is moving down at on the south side, so I would actually suspect armor to support them because of their speed. This area isn't really suitable for armor, but which is why my tanks are down that side. So that's sort of where I'm expecting his tanks, but who knows? I don't. I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, so next big step. Actually, I'm going to move these guys first. So we might learn something new. I wonder if he moves up onto the top here, will he... at what point would he be able to see around here? Probably have to get all the way out of here. Okay, 1 hex this way. That did change. There was suddenly more he could see. Probably back there. Don't think there's anything back there. No. Well, this is the problem. The enemy scene changes and you have no idea whether you're seeing the same enemies or different ones or whatever. I'm actually going to put him on top. Somebody has to be up there. Okay, he's still in visual contact. That's good. Doesn't appear to be anybody on the hill that we've missed. There's nobody on top of it. I think we'd be able to see them. Yes, we would. Unless I somehow managed to sneak up onto it. But if they were moving along here, they could move really fast and actually, and then stop and get up there. So it wouldn't be improbable for that to happen. Okay, I think these guys can move safely, but I don't think we can move faster anymore, unfortunately. Now, I might want to have him move faster though, because they're moving 5. So you see something back here, it might cause a little bit of thought, maybe. So I'm gonna actually move him up again. Now, let's see over there. We obviously can't see past these trees, so and we're never gonna be able to see past those trees. So we move forward here. Way too far in front of the scouts. But so be it. I messed up. Now, in theory, we could move up again. He's moving 8. He's slowed way down. He's slowed way down. But he's still moving pretty quickly. So they probably plan to move up through here. So I move again. If they keep that speed up, that's they probably moved 3 hexes. If they keep that up, that'd be there. I might move them again. Let's move these guys first. I think the scouts will stay in position for a change, and put the infantry up first. Enemy scene 1. Where? Way down there. Yeah. Let's look around. Now, see, that's the thing, enemy seen. Well, you didn't spot that. I mean, that's just because it's a known enemy. You really shouldn't be able to see it, right? I've been through that before. Won't rehash it again. Okay, we do not have line of sight down here. That is not good. Now, as much as I would like to, I don't know whether I can actually safely move more than 1 hex here. Oh, okay. We spotted something. Okay, the Jaeger leader is over here. So something else took that. Maybe he took that and moved back. I don't know. Enemy scene 5. Okay, well that's quite a lot. I think some of them are probably down on the south side here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the scout has seen them. And he may or may not have spotted them. Can't say for sure. Okay, so let's move the rest of them up. And we put them up one more. Yeah. Might as well take the chance. So we got units up here. We can spot if the scouts got shot at, so we're gonna move them forward. Gotta get them closer so that I can get line of sight. And that was a wrong move. Shouldn't have moved there. Should have moved over here. But anyway. Because I need to get line of sight down there. Anyway, I fucked up again. What else is new? Nothing shot at us, which is surprising. I'm getting into... let's see. Not quite. Still 4 X's away. Yeah, not quite in shooting range yet. Next turn for sure, though. Let's look around again, just in case I did not do it before. All right. Okay, these guys are going to move up again. I see no reason not to. They moved up. They moved up 2. They will move up 3. So I'll put them here. Let's cut down that line of sight. Yeah, along that side. They will move forward again, but not just yet. Don't know if they're going to move forward again. I attempt to do that just to get a slightly better position. Actually, maybe one of them will move forward. While the other one stays here. He's on the slope, and that's better cover than being out on this side. The reason I want to move them forward, even though they'll be moving a lot faster, is because the mixed hex here is... The cover on the slope is better than on the mixed hex, so we'll try and improve that a little bit. But it does mean that they're moving faster and will very likely be spotted. The thing is, if they move again and they get shot at, then the scouts might see something. Maybe. They only moved 1 hex, so you never know. Now, here's the clusterfuck. Yeah, my god, what are we going to do here? Some of these are not suppressed, so they were not shot at. Or, yes, I think there's more than 1 platoon in here. Might even be an entire company. Just don't know. Now, okay, so this has good shots on some of them, but probably not ideal. And I can't switch targets that easily, so... okay, see, target, 6 hexes. Okay, you can only be seen by that one. So you can actually shoot at him, and it's at range 6, so... but if he moves into 3, then obviously that's going to be a problem. Because then, I mean, if he does that, he'll probably be in range in... Because that, I think, is just... Yeah, so he'll probably be in 3 X's of that. And that's probably going to result in an opportunity fire. So, suppression, that's pinned. I probably need to put some suppression on this one. And use that one to fire at him. But not too much. Gotta watch out. I gotta be able to move. I need to have 1 hex of movement off when I'm done with the fire. Before I'm done with the firing, because usually I get over enthusiastic and I take another shot, and then no, oops, now you can't move. 11%, 21%, 2%, 22%. Okay, so that is shooting there. That could shoot there. These guys can probably do quite a lot of damage here if they tried hard enough. I don't think there's anybody else around here. Yeah, certainly not cavalry. Now I put smoke down on behind them, so You're not going to get any covering fire from there. So that sort of worked out. Probably more by luck than design, but that was my intent. It just... I'm surprised it worked out the way it did. You know, it usually doesn't for me. Usually I make some error that results in things not quite going right. Alright, so they could actually shoot at probably this one, I think. But he's got an opportunity to fire back, that's for sure. There's just no way he's not doing that. So they probably will take a hit. Let's see, what is the chances? Only 13%. Gotta be kidding me. Well, he's pinned, that's the reason. Anyway, he's got a better shot. Got 27% over there. 18% over there. Okay, those have really good odds on them. Yeah, okay. I think that one will probably be firing at them down here. If they weren't moving so fast, I could probably use mortars on them, but... Right, so here comes the first shots, but let's see, I'm not quite done. Do I want to move these guys forward again? I think, honestly, I think they're needed down. They need to go down this way, maybe. I think, because they need to cover. It's going to be hard to. If they try to make a breakthrough here, I need machine guns to stop them. I may even bring the armor across here, which is a risk. The smoke. I don't have smoke over here, so if there's any tanks down here, let's see. There's nothing, no armor sitting on the road at the moment. There's nothing in there. Zoom out. Because they have to be, they would have to be somewhat in line, well, in line of sight, in order that they could get an opportunity shot. I'm not seeing any armor around at all. So they're hidden. So the tanks could probably move across here. The Kugelwagen has a vulnerable direction over here. Don't know. I'm gonna have to correct that anyway because these guys cannot stay here. So the question is, do these guys stay here? They just don't get good shots from that angle. And it does leave them without machine gun support over here. That's an issue. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that for the moment. They can't do anything from that position anyway, so I think I'll leave that and try and make that decision later. Now, the next big decision is whether to move them this way. Or this way. Or across here. No, that's probably not that useful. It's such a long way to go that way, though. I'm gonna send this way. It puts them in a position where they can do some, maybe be useful a little quicker. Unfortunately, they're not gonna be able to make it this turn, and much regret, because they're quite slow. Yeah, that's a long haul. So yeah, because they're so slow, I think this makes more sense. And hopefully that's not gonna mess them up too much. Yeah, that's good. And you'll have to move across, and I can move to here, or to there. It says. Okay, he did make it. Alright, and that should be good enough for now. Get him over that side. Alright, don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Yeah, the armor's gonna have to move this way so we can get some. We need to get some firepower here. Just try and stop these guys. Because they're just too far away to do anything from that position. It's like that's 16 hexes. Need to get them down to. Now the question is where to put them. That is the question. You only see the one. You can't see anybody. Now actually, I mean, once they get to there, the range comes down quite a bit. They actually get into line of sight of them here. Because that's 16 hexes, I think. This is probably about the same. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I think it needs to be closer, though. So, like I said, the question is where to put them. They won't be able to fire at them this turn, and that does leave them vulnerable because there's really no place to hide them here. They won't be able to get across the gully. What I might do is move the Kubelwagen to this side after it fires a few shots. Okay, so let's do that now. There's a couple of them. I want to move this, would like to move this one up into the trees, so, but I need to suppress some of these units first. Because otherwise they're gonna be. Is he actually in the swamp? He's actually in the swamp. Yeah. Okay. Let me check that. I just want to confirm that he's actually left them in the swamp. That could be not. Oh yeah. Ow. Okay, that could hurt if I get good shots in there. That could hurt a lot. Okay, this one here. Whoops. Whoops. Not that one. It's gonna give me that one, and I want that one. But the range is a bit long, so it didn't actually help. If I get a hit, okay, I couldn't get a good hit on him. It's pinned, but probably not enough. How much movement does he have left? Because that's what I'm concerned with. Don't want to leave him in that position. Alright, so I'm gonna take another shot. He's pinned, so the next... Well, this one's at 38%. It hasn't gone down yet. I have to decide where I want to move him, though, because he has to have enough movement points to do it. Okay, this is all -2 here. This is all slope. This is actually pretty good cover. The gully is the best cover, though. Well, it's gonna cost them 6 points to get back into the gully, I think. 12. Way underestimating that. He only has 12 left. Another shot will probably not be helpful. Shit. All right. We'll leave it for now. He gets the shot first. He's pinned. 6 hexes. 5. I think this one. I mean, that's a pretty good shot. Now he probably will get an opportunity to fire from him, maybe. Whoops. And that he took casualty. No, he didn't. And took some suppression. You may need to rally him. So he was fired at, so his range is probably still set. Nope, nobody fired at him. Yeah, he said his range is very long. Yeah, that's what happens when you're out in the open. Damn it! those rifles are pretty effective at long range. Yeah. Okay. And we did get a casualty in there though, so that's good. But I don't know if he can get any more. And I see it now. It went down to 20% because he's quite suppressed now. He is very suppressed. Okay, so okay, well, I can't really afford to rally both of them. He's probably not going to shoot again because his position is precarious. So I'm probably not going to be able to move him. Okay, let's switch to this one here. I think the opportunity fire. He's pinned, but not that much. So probably gonna take a casualty here. Unless the shot is really good. It's only 13%. Like why? It's very low. Cavalry are resilient. Well, they were moving very slowly, so it's not helpful. Okay, gotta watch movement. He's got one movement point left because he took suppression. Same there. Okay, this is not going well. Shit. I could only get one shot because then they immediately, because they were fired, because he was fired at, so the suppression now has cut his movement in half. So that's all he can do. I don't want to leave him in this position. Couldn't do anything against him. That's crazy. Oh, the LMG. Oh, that's why. Which one? Fuck. GD4 malfunction. That's why he couldn't do anything. Fucking hell. We managed to get him to pull back, but that's not... that was painful. Okay, CB will rally. Which one of these should I rally first? The problem is if he moves forward, he's probably going to get shot at by all three of them, so I can't even do that. So he's actually going to have to move behind the trees. This way. Which cuts down what he can do. Okay, let's move this scout. Back here. Lots of enemies in sight. These guys are gonna have to move. I just can't. I'm not sure where they're gonna go. Okay, the Panzerjägers can move somewhere else as well. They don't really need to be around the cavalry, so I'm actually gonna move them that way, I think. Yeah. That's probably not the best idea I've had, because now that position is probably going to get mortar fire on it. Fuck! Stupid. Okay, still vulnerable. There's a position there from which he can be hit. Which means like the tanks will have to be positioned very, very carefully. and that's going to be tricky for me. What happens if I put them on the slope? Okay, we lost that one target. Where to go? That's what I'm trying to figure out. This is still a bad position. They are not safe there at all. Okay, so scouts, this infantry is pulling back. If he pulls back though, he won't have line of sight through there anymore, I think. Okay, we're in bad shape here. Okay, so he can be seen from there. Ow. I don't know if that one's been seen. It might be better off leaving him there, but that's a pretty precarious position. Okay, well the infantry have been moved, I think. I think these tanks are just gonna be moved up onto the side here. The problem is if any of them get through and get in range, the problem is the tanks won't fire them, right? Opportunity fire, right? That's going to require manual intervention on my part, because they have grenades, so well, which I mean, the cavalry could actually damage the tanks. That's another thing to consider. And he's not holding back here. I think he's got. Well, the thing of it is, I mean, an entire cavalry company is 4 platoons, so he's got a lot of them. If he keeps moving forward, yeah. So he had his ranges set to maximum, I think. That's pretty much all he could do. Didn't actually expect that. But I should have, because I mean that's the only thing he really could have done. Okay, so I'm gonna actually rally some of these guys, some of the ones that are more suppressed, like that one, this one first. The sergeant, reduce suppression. Sergeant reduces suppression. So I'm gonna try some of the rest of them. I don't need to do him, and yeah, we'll do him. Getting below 5. Yeah, the sergeants did pretty good. But the mortar fire, oh, the mortar fire. I'm moving just a little bit just to try and compensate for it, but I don't think so. I mean, you may predict that, and then that's it. We're done. If I can get the tanks up and actually get shots in, but I don't know how far I would need to move forward. Pretty far, actually. So actually moving back may be a better option. Yeah. Because that would cut the angle a bit on this side. Not a lot, but might work. We'll force him to move his armor up pretty far. Well, if they continue to push forward here, these guys are going to be needed. There's no doubt about it. So I think this might work. I don't know. It's long range fire though. That's the problem. And if I move one out this way, then we can be shot from that angle. Well, I mean, the vulnerability is here. Not sure what that range is. Let's see. It's pretty far. I think I just do it this way. It should be sufficient. 64. It's almost directly this way. 15, so it's 14 X's. If he moves armor up into that position, it's long range fire, so neither side's going to have any advantage. That's what I'm going to do there. I can't really think of better things to try. Okay, so I still don't know if I'm going to move them. They're pretty far away from the action, so okay, these I don't know. I'm in two minds. If I move them up, if I move them back, it deprives this area of some machine gun fire, and that's not useful. So I'm going to keep moving them up. And the tanks and the cool wagon will have to provide support for now. Try and get them around to here. Still on the slope, good cover, and they're moving very slowly. So I don't feel comfortable moving them faster at this point because we have enemies in sight. And I don't know whether they've been spotted yet. Okay, mortar fire, maybe, possibly. I don't think so. Some of these are now pinned. They're not moving. Some of these are now pinned, but that doesn't mean that they aren't going anywhere, right? And as I said, I don't have. Water supply is quite low. Yeah. 6. Sorry, I can't remember what it was. I remember it was pretty low. Yeah, I can't go too crazy here. Thing is, I don't know if he's got another platoon of these guys, because I'm pretty sure that was 2 platoons. So he's a bit exposed. We have the machine gun up here. We'll have to sort out the ranges. They moved. Do I bring in artillery? I don't know. I don't know. Because I can't predict where they're gonna be. If I drop in an area, then he moves back, then it's a waste of ammo. I think it'd just be a waste of ammo no matter what I do. Because I just don't know where it's gonna go. He said I'm really good at placing artillery now. Well, if I can figure out where they're gonna go, yeah, but most of the time I can't. The only time it's been very, very accurate is when it was moving in an extremely predictable manner. That's not very often. That does not happen very often. Okay, I think everything's done. Check before I check ranges, so I don't have to worry too much about tactics there. A little bit concerned with this, but I don't see what else we can do. It's long-range shots, not likely, from what I've seen in the solo game, it's not likely to be very effective because we were firing at basically that kind of a range. I mean, you're getting into long range for the 37mm guns. The 38T must have better optics on it because it actually has a longer range. It actually has a range of 40 as opposed to a range of 30 on the 35. But you pay a bit more for it, so my preference would be for the 38 obviously, because that extra 10 hexes gives you that, that's 5 more hexes before you're getting to long range, so it could be helpful. Now, yeah, some of these guys might be moving again. It's risky because, well, if I leave him there, okay, here's what we'll do. I'm gonna put him. Actually, do I want to do that? Because this unit, it could be moving up. If I do that, he can't cover that side. Like there's a anti-tank rifle team moving up through there. I think I'll leave them like that for now. These guys are going to move up again, just to get them onto the slope instead. Does mean they're moving 2 hexes, but that's okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Now, let's stick around again. And also, we may get shot at here, but that's not going to change anything. Really. I don't mind looking around again because you don't really get another chance for this unit until the next turn. Well, you have to move, and you get a chance. So if I move these guys and then actually look around, that would be useful. So let's see, what can he see? What can he see? Move this one first. Okay, that's pretty good. Now these guys should be seen. nothing shot at him, so that's maybe a good sign, maybe not. We'll leave them behind because they moved 2 hexes already. Both of these, actually this one moved 3 out already, I think. So that'd be a bit excessive, and there's no cover on the top of it. So I'll leave him there because I think they have a slightly better chance of covering each other. Not great because he can see 1 more hex that he can't, and that's not helpful at all. At the moment, I mean, they can just change direction. Well, we'll have to make do. All right, I think that's all my movement, all my tactics done. Let's set ranges, and then we're done. Still too long. Managed to go a little bit faster today. Okay, so ranges only. Actually, I do need to look around with them because I need to know what the possibilities are. These guys can be left at 3. These guys can be left at 3. Or do I want to set it longer? Because we haven't seen anybody. We're getting close enough, and they moved fast enough well, no, the thing is, it's far enough away that they wouldn't have opportunity fired, so I don't know. I'm not gonna leave it. When in doubt, leave it. Yeah, we'll leave it at 3. I think that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's reasonable. 1, 2, 3. Might put his at 4, just to cover that hex. Can't see that one anyway, so. Okay, we'll leave that at 3. The risk is up here. Oops, can you actually see that? You can see that. So we may set, let's go to 4. So we got 3 units covering that 1 hex. This one unfortunately is on his own. There's nobody in there to help him out if something moves up there and spots him and starts shooting at him. Can't cover all the angles, unfortunately. 4 hexes. I'm gonna leave it like that. There's really no much point. If something shows up. I mean, this is a limited area where you can hit things anyway, so that's really not going to be. It mainly comes down to being able to fire at things in the next turn. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Leave that at that. Okay, the mortars did not move. And they really should, because he was exposed. I'm not firing at anything. Okay, let's move this way. That way. Oh. Yes, I know I'm only supposed to be setting ranges, but you know how it goes. I always forget something. Okay, the Panzerjägers are left at 0. mortars are not alright. Is it 0? Okay, here we go. These guys, I need to know what their ranges should be. Yeah, six will have to do. This guy's in trouble because he no longer has a has an LMG, so that is that really sucks. That really sucks. Um, I don't know. Don't know. That was critical platoon, and one they already short an LMG. That's not good. Well, we got these guys here. We have the tanks. I don't know if there'll be enough. I don't know. Numbers matter, and I keep saying that, but I really think that is true. I don't actually see one enemy, so for the time being, he's okay. I'm actually going to leave him. I only see one enemy there. His line of sight is not quite restricted, so if they make it across, then he comes into play. Range is 6. 6 should be fine. I'll leave it like that. Range of 6. Yeah, he's gonna have to move somebody up in order to attack him. Attack him. Like if he fires at him, then it'll be 1-on-1, but then he has to deal with this, right? Scouts. Which he won't actually be in range of, I think. That was 4X's. Panzerjäger's at 0. Tanks at 10. Oops. When I set that to 20. Yes, I know why I set that to 20. Because, so... Because that's 20 X's to there. Yeah, so let's set that to 20 as well. I'm actually going to set that to 21. Just in case a tank does move into that area there to try to support, because that would be bad. I think he'd probably have a pretty good line of sight there. Yeah, or into that area even. It would be even worse because there's nothing I can do for that. So that's probably where it's going to show up. Like, you know, calculating worst case scenarios, which would explain why it's taking a long time for it to show up, because it's going to take a while to get it into that position, depending where it is. Since I put a lot of smoke down, I can't tell with what is going on behind it either. Works both ways. Works both ways. Okay, so his range is 10. Could just targeted him. 9 hexes. 10 is sufficient. Yeah, 10 is fine. Alright, I'm gonna leave it like that. And that's it. And let's watch the mortars come down. No mortars.